Say word, tonight's episode is special. It's only right I start this series off with episode 1 featuring someone invested in his passion, someone who constantly hits the ground running, someone who continues to inspire and uplift those who come in contact with him. Tonight we're filming at Bunch of Cuts located in Chula Vista, California. Tonight's episode, Razor Sharp, featuring my bro, the Barber.
Blessed to be here, ready to speak that knowledge to y'all.
Thank you, bro, for coming out tonight.
Hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for having me.
So let's get right into it. Let the world know who you are and what do you do.
So in the barbershop, I go by Barber Anthony, keep it professional. On Instagram, I'm Humbly Blessed Kid. I chose that name because I'm humble for the struggle, but blessed by the opportunities that come in my life.
I always thought that you got the name from Shawn Michaels from wrestling.
That is definitely the inspiration behind it. I'm a big HBK fan, so that's really where I came. Got the name from, but I decided to switch it around just so I can try something new.
Okay, so what got you into barbering?
Man, so I started off, I was making music, I was working 2 jobs, and I had ran into a barber down in downtown San Diego, Horton Plaza, and man, I had like $15 to my name. The barber's Sandro the Barber, and he took 3 hours on my haircut for the $15. And from there, we started going to barber battles. We started winning. I've probably won about 40 first place trophies with my hair. I tried to join the Marines. That didn't work out for me. He had opened up his shop, and he promised me a chair if I learned the basics of cutting. That's where we started. Now I'm here managing and running the shop.
That's dope. So what are 3 positives and negatives in your line of work?
Man, so let's start off with the positives. I'm grateful to be an asset to my community, whether for young kids or older gentlemen. It's a spot that they can come and feel comfortable and speak some knowledge, listen to some good music, have a great conversation, and walk out of here feeling better than they walked in. Another thing that I feel is a positive in this is obviously just my life. I've definitely loved music and loved fashion, and I get to do that on a daily basis and also inspire and encourage other people to do that as well. Another positive is, man, I get to really just be an asset to men. We don't have really a spot that we can come and be vulnerable or just talk our talk, you know. We can laugh, we can shoot the shit, or we can even get on a serious topic and just spread information and continue to grow as a community and grow with each other.
Okay, and the negatives?
I ain't gonna lie, this industry can be, I don't want to use the word toxic, but it can be a bad influence, man. You know, you constantly turned up, you constantly listening to music, you got people going out to the clubs, you getting them all fresh, and sometimes I'll turn your mindset into a different page. Another negative, you know, I'm a father, so I'm stuck in my grind, and sometimes I gotta miss out on things that is that cool with that right there?
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell my man we gotta get him up out of here.
What are 3 positives and negatives about your field of work?
Man, the 3 positives that I very much enjoyed in this industry is just being an asset to my community. I get to inspire young men. I get to be there for.
Don't worry about
We good?
it. Yeah.
We good or?
Yeah. You see, a lot of times when we're in the field, we get these crazy moments, but we're going to push through it. So
It's all organic.
Yeah, that's the question 3, the positives and the negatives.
Yeah, so the positives that I've experienced in this industry is being an asset to my community. I get to guide young men and inspire them. I also get to be a place for grown men to come and chop it up and come talk about their life, talk about the blessings they're dealing with, even sometimes the negatives. And man, I'm not gonna lie, about 60% of my job is being a therapist to some people out here. You know, us men, we don't have too many places that we can be vulnerable and be honest.
Right.
And I'm grateful that that's what my chair rotates on. Another positive that I feel like I've experienced in this industry is just really having people leave out of this barbershop better than they came in.
Right.
Not only just physically with their looks, but also, you know, whatever they had, whatever energy they had coming in, they shed that. Yeah. That's kind of how I run my chair. I always say that we shedding the energy from your last haircut to this haircut.
I like that.
And then, man, another thing that I would say that I've experienced in this, a positive, is I have the opportunity to create things in this community. I can do free haircuts. I could do barbecues, get-togethers. And that's not something we really get to experience nowadays, you know? And I try to run and my whole barbershop like an old school barbershop where you come get your information, you come chop it up, you even invite your friends and come hang out for a little bit.
Come here to vent.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, so what about those negatives?
Man, I really try to be on a positive tip, but there is some negatives in this industry.
We just experienced one right now.
Right now. So barbershops are usually in a location where there's a lot of wanderers, is what I like to call them. And fortunately, they don't really bother me or our shop because we're usually really cool people in our community. But a negative that I've experienced is this job can be pretty toxic. As far as a lot of people are going out, a lot of people are drinking when they come here. We offer free beers, so sometimes you might want to have a beer with your clients, and then that turns into 4 or 5. I don't get to really eat sometimes because I'm always chopping. I'd rather get the bread than eat, and that's something I'm really trying to work on. Another negative I've experienced is it's very close and personal. So with your coworkers, sometimes you forget that it's business, and sometimes people cross the line, you know. And not in a negative way, but sometimes you shed a little too much information about your personal life when you're really working with someone.
That's like at any job.
Yeah, right. And that it's kind of hard to separate those two. Another negative that I've experienced is really just time away from my family, man. People book appointments in advance. So if something pops up with my kids and I need to be there that day or the day before, the way I run my chair, I don't like to cancel on people like that because I know that they're getting ready for something important in their life.
Of course.
So a lot of times I got to be in the chair, and I'm very grateful and blessed for that. But sometimes personal life, you know, things happen, and it's hard to really readjust and change that.
So we're talking about life events. What has been one crazy moment that you've experienced as a barber?
Whew. You know, I'm pretty blessed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had really too many crazy experiences in my chair. I've definitely seen some things happen in the 2 shops that I've worked at. I've seen people run out on barbers without paying them. And you know, we spent about 30 to 45 minutes on a haircut really trying to get them correct. And yeah, some people get disrespectful and run off. To be honest, man, I haven't got to experience too many craziness. It's really like the outside the barbershop. That it's never a dull day in the barbershop, man. There's always something going on, man. It's like Friday.
So, is this forever? Is this your forever passion, your forever career?
You know, I'm gonna keep it honest. I think sometimes in life, you create a source of income. And is that really the destiny for you? I'm not too sure. I do think I'm able to mix my destiny in this because I am able to be there for people. And that's pretty much what I want to do in life, is really be a supportive person to people, because I didn't have that. I grew up in a poverty-stricken environment, and you know, we all alpha males, and is this a forever thing? I think that I will always be a barber for sure, but I would love to be an actor. I would love to be more on the business side, just managing and running shops. I'd like to tour being a barber, go to different countries and stuff. So being behind the chair 6 days a week, I don't know, but for now, that's where I'll be.
I don't know if you feel this way, but I started feeling this way. I don't know if it's because the era we in. Why do you feel that some men don't treat the barbershop the way women treat the hair salon?
It goes back to that oorah stuff, man. You know, us men,
Wait, you say overall, you making fun of the Marines?
you know, my older brother is a Marine, the owner of this barbershop. Definitely not making fun of it, but us men try to carry ourselves in a standpoint that catering to yourself is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, women go get their hair done and their nails did every month,
Right.
because it's a social event for them, and it's also them grooming themselves. I think men don't treat it the same as women because they've never been taught how to take care of themselves.
Right.
So that's definitely something I try to inspire my clients on. We ain't got too many places that we can do. I mean, you can go get your nails done with your girl or something like that, but what else you gonna be able to do? You can get a massage, but this is really the place for men, is to get fresh and to get fly.
Right, I understand. I remember when you started offering all these services,
Yeah.
and I was at work telling my female coworkers that,
Appreciate that.
I get my eyebrows done, you know, the facial,
Yeah.
and then the guys heard me and they was like, oh, I think, you know, Whidbee is gay, and I was like, I ain't fucking gay. You leave me with your girl, you'll find out.
Right.
And then I had to explain to them
Pressure.
that, you know, it's upkeep. You gotta, you want to feel good too. So if get your facial done, get a razor to your skin,
100%.
get the heat, get a
The
hot
steamer,
towel,
the hot towel,
and they was like, what is that? And I was like, it's certain things that you need to experience, especially as a man, like take care of your skin, like have some pride in yourself. But like you said, a lot of us, we don't get taught that. We just get your hair cut and
Yeah, knowledge is something that people be lacking on, man. Catering to yourself is kingness.
Right.
You can't call yourself a king if you ain't really pampering yourself.
Exactly.
And that's something that I try to promote.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I regret always going to different barbers, because now look at me, like I don't got no hair, so I had to grow my beard out, and like not like I remember I was in the airport. And a TS agent walked up to me and she's like, "What's up, Homer Simpson?" And I was like,
she did.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, shit."
Yo, get the boo,
And
girl.
I was like, yeah. So everything, once in a while, you know, I'll be missing my waves.
I got you. I know you was spinning over there.
Exactly. You know what? Okay, let's talk about this entrepreneur life. With being your own boss, being self-made, you deal with a lot of emotions. What is one thing that gets you through tough days?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and just probably say two things. The gym really helps me out.
Okay.
Proving to yourself that you can conquer and accomplish a goal is really something that's I think every man should do, probably every human should do.
Right.
I practice prayer. I'm not just humbly blessed because I want to choose a name. I really believe that believing in a higher power is something real spiritual,
Right.
that really exists in this world.
Of course.
So I practice prayer.
That's good.
To give me the strength when I fall down or when I'm feeling weak,
Right.
and it lifts me up.
That's good.
Yeah.
The barber chair, it has always been a place where clients go to vent,
Okay.
clients go to talk about their day, clients go to brag about their life. Do you feel that the barber chair is a safe place for clients?
You know, since COVID, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of barbers got the game messed up. I'm grateful that I was able to get taught before COVID had hit, and I treat my chair like a. You gotta understand, stuff is expensive. We live in California. On top of that, people are coming to spend their money with you and spend their time with you.
Right.
So you gotta treat them exactly how they paying you. You know, you gotta really treat them like a king.
Right.
And I do believe that the chair should be treated like a priority in their life. You gotta understand, people get a haircut every week, every 2 weeks, every month.
Right.
So they really making time and effort to come sit in your chair and to not only create a relationship with you, but they trust you to groom them up, to get them ready for that first date, to get them ready for their wedding, to get them ready for that new job that they about to get, or just to go out to the club and have some fun with their boys, you know? So yeah, definitely the chair should definitely be honored as a throne.
Yes. Okay. So 5 years, where do you want to be career-wise and life-wise?
Man, time moves very fast, bro. We actually celebrated our 4-year anniversary at this shop in October last year, and that feels like yesterday. So 5 years business-wise, I want to make some internet money.
Okay.
Whether that's teaching, or whether that's being an ambassador for products,
Okay.
or whether that's just touring around the States or different countries. I definitely want to open more barbershops in the city. There's different parts of the city that you could charge different prices.
Right.
So I want to expand that. In my personal life, man, my kids are getting older, so I want to make sure that I'm a hands-on dad, like I've been trying to be. That's probably my #1 priority.
Okay.
For myself, I'm a hustler, so I'm trying to find a median on continuing my hustle, but also making time for my personal life.
Okay. Okay. Barbers in your shop. Is there a difference in preference, meaning skill-wise, and what a client prefers?
Man, the industry is getting bigger and bigger every year. I say females take up about 40 to 50% of the industry now. So it's kind of normal. Here we've had about 5 female employees in the 4 years that we've had. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I'm very grateful for all the people that have worked for us.
Right.
But this is a male-dominant industry. And sometimes some females can have that behavior that just don't mix with guys.
Right.
Fortunately, I'm able to communicate with all people on a pretty strict, very, very communicative base. But it gets hard. You know, sometimes guys are looking at the girls, you know?
Right.
And then sometimes guys don't want to get cut by a girl. So for the female standpoint, it can be tricky. But I think if you really dedicate yourself and you master your craft, I think they can make more money than men. Because a man wants to get a soft touch, a good conversation,
right.
You know, good inspiration, you know? Yeah.
But then you got those other clients that...
Yeah, they ain't rocking with it.
Yeah. But I'm talking about those that, if they have a female barber on the side, be trying to, you know, want to hook up.
Oh, always.
Yeah, like...
In my experience that I've seen my female barbers, yeah, for sure. I've had clients leave me to go to their chair type, you know? Like, I'm like, bro, look, we got 4-year relationship.
How does that make you feel when you see them over there getting cut up?
You know, I make money, man.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I'm in a position to where every person that walks into this door is supporting my dream and my vision.
Okay.
So I ain't really like money hungry like that.
Yeah.
We replace them.
Yeah, I hear you. So lastly, sitting coming here every single day.
You know, I love my coworkers, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's really my clients, man. I see them more than I see my family.
Right.
You know, I know about their personal life. I know about their work life. They know about my life.
Right.
And I think that this is gonna get me to the next level that I wanna be.
Right.
I think the opportunity is gonna strike one day, meeting the right person to take me to that next level.
Of course.
Like you.
Always. You know, still sharp and still, right?
Come on.
Exactly. Well, this is the first episode of Interest Free.
Knock that out, baby.
That's my boy, my brother, Ian the Barber.
Always.
This is a bunch of cuts located in Chula Vista, California.
Slide
and if you're in
through.
the neighborhood, slide through. Hit up. All the barbers here are good. If you want to get your braids redone, come here. If you just want a good vibe, come here.
We got you. No matter what experience you're trying to have happen, if you in San Diego and you looking for a community, a place that you can feel at home, that's what you're gonna get here. You're gonna listen to some good music, you're gonna have a great conversation, and you're gonna walk out feeling better than you walked in.
Lastly, bro, leave us off with something, you know, positive.
You know, whether it's a good day or a bad day, you gotta show up. Cause ain't no one gonna walk that walk for you. And it's great to have a community, but there's one thing that's for sure in this world. You're gonna have to make your play for yourself. And whoever you can bring along with you, that's a plus. But if you ain't doing it for yourself, you ain't gonna be able to inspire nobody. You ain't gonna be able to lead the way, lead the charge. You're gonna be a follower. A sheep is what in times. And it's okay to be a sheep, as long as you're an asset to the group that you're trying to be a part of. Not everybody can be the leader of the show, but everybody does have a position that they can play. So play your position. I promise if you give 100% for 6 months to a year, you're going to get the outcome that you want to receive. So just continue to be a good person in this world. Continue to strive to be the best version of yourself. And I don't know if you know, but someone's always watching. So make sure you stand on your business.
I like that. This is Ant the Barber. I'm Whidbee. Follow us on Instagram. Follow the podcast. Follow my partner, Jake Betts.
Yee!
Follow Life and Hustle, the podcast.
Let's go.
Follow.
Let's go.
Dope ish on the way. You know the vibes till we free.
Let's go. Yee!